Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Twin Flames Universe Live. With me, I'm Drake, so hello and welcome. Yeah, we're just going to get started. So, key differences between true twin flame and false twin flame. So, one of the key differences is your true twin flame will always align with you on every single level. Your false twin flame will not. So, for example, core values. You will have the same core values as your true twin flame. Your false twin flame will not. Another big key difference is when you heal and you are doing your spiritual work, you're doing your exercise, all this stuff, your true twin flame will come closer to you. Your false twin flame will go away. So yeah, that's one of the key differences, but it's a really big one. Like when you're truly healing, your true twin flame will be attracting to you and your false twin flame will just vibrate out of your life. So it's okay if you don't really know if they're a true twin flame or a false twin flame. It's a revealing process. You have to kind of go through the revealing process and allow them to reveal themselves. And if they're not your twin flame, that's okay, because your true twin flame will show up as long as you're doing the work. So it says your twin flame filed for a divorce. Okay, so yeah, I understand how that can be hard, but even if that is going on, it doesn't mean that you're going to be separated from your twin flame. That's not the case, right? Like your twin flame will always come back to you. Your true twin flame will always come back to you, no matter what the difference is, what the upset is. It doesn't matter. So the way that you're going to heal this is through the mirror exercise and through taking this journey, right? Because now you're on the journey and now you're going to go through the things. There's actually a student too that had divorced her true twin flame and she didn't know. And then they did get back together, and I believe that they're married now. I'm not really sure, but it's completely possible for you to be together again. And so don't let this discourage you on your journey. It's just something that's in your union that needs to be healed. Oh, well, that's really nice that you are loving him unconditionally. Good. Unconditional love is the first step to healing a third-party relationship. But the way that you can heal this is really choosing to love yourself and see yourself and God as your source of love. And choosing just to completely fill yourself up with love. And as you do this, your twin flame will release that third party, because the only reason why it's happening is because your twin flame is just seeing love outside of themselves. And you're doing that too. And if you're healing that, then you're both healing the core blocks, and that third party will naturally go away. And you can just also release any energy that you have, associating with that third party, like thinking about them or thinking about how to get rid of them. You just be at peace with the situation and accept the situation, but don't accept it as your truth, right? Because that's not the truth. You're supposed to be with your twin flame. They're not supposed to be with somebody else. If you stop chasing him and you're doing the mirror exercise and you feel like nothing has changed, you really have to be patient. You have to be patient, with the process and everything that you go through. Because sometimes the mirror exercise takes a little bit to show up in your reality. And you have to keep going through the healing and allowing that healing to really set in and ground before your reality shifts. And so that's where you have to have faith, and you really have to have persistence in your journey. Because if you don't have faith, you really don't have nothing, because you're just saying, my reality looks bad right now, I guess I'm not doing anything right. But that's not true. You are. Every time that you choose to do the mirror exercise and you choose to love yourself and you really choose truly to just go through your upsets and heal them, your reality will change. But you also don't want to be healing and going through your upsets just so you can have your twin flame, because your twin flame isn't the goal. Yes, you will have your twin flame will be with you, but the real goal, the whole point of this work and this journey, is to get close to yourself and to get close to God and to be close, right? And so if you're constantly focusing on your twin flame and trying to get them and trying to be in your union, you'll find that it's a lot harder, and it's a lot harder to attract your union, because you're focusing on, I don't have my union, I don't have this, let me do something to have my union. And so you're automatically repelling your union when you have that choice. Just make the choice to see that you have your union right now, and you're just working on manifesting that into your reality. But your union is not separate from you. It's not outside of you, and you don't have to go and get it. It's within you first. And when you change within, your outward reality reflects that. So I have a theory to this, right? When I first started this work, I believed in God, right? I believed in spirituality and all these things, but now I just use God because that's what I feel comfortable saying, right? I just say God because that's what I do. But my twin flame never mentioned God. My twin flame would never talk about God. She was like uncomfortable if I ever brought up religion or anything. And I wouldn't like say I'm a religious person because I'm not, but I am a unionist, which is we're working into making that like a real religion. You know, I wasn't Catholic or anything like that. I grew up Catholic, but that's not what I resonated with. I just resonated with, okay, there's a person, there's a God that loves me, and a God that is, you know, and embodies unconditional love, and that's what it was. Yeah, my twin flame didn't believe in God. And as I went deeper, I got closer to God, and I got closer to myself, and I cleared like a lot of, you know, religious things and obsessed with God. My twin flame then began to like talk about God. Like she would be like, oh, I have to go to church, or I have to do this, like I have to work on this. Or she would start saying like universe, right? She'd say, oh, the universe this, or the universe that, and just going deeper there. And so it's okay if your twin flame doesn't believe in God right now, or they're not religious or spiritual at all. If you are truly healing and you're going through that process, your twin flame will automatically just align with you there. So there's nothing to worry about, right? There's nothing to worry about there. You won't really know if they're a false twin flame if you don't just choose to go through the revealing process. But ultimately, yeah, and you know, if it's been a really long time and this person still doesn't make any like sign to show that they're more spiritual, or they are like having a deep relationship with God, then, you know, maybe it's time to let them go. That's awesome that you bought the book. The book will help you out a lot. I see this question all the time, and so I'm just going to clear it out right now. You may see that people say, oh, it's not true that twin flames are going to be together in this lifetime. You have to wait for the next one. No, it's not true. It doesn't matter if your twin flame is married or if they have kids or whatever circumstance it is. Like, it doesn't matter about the age gap. Nothing. If you genuinely choose your union in this lifetime, you will have it. You will have it. There's nothing that can stop you in your external reality from having your union with your twin flame. All you need to do is make that simple choice of, yes, I choose my union, and yes, I'm going to work towards that, and I'm going to keep choosing my union no matter what happens on my journey, no matter what comes through my path, no matter what upsets I'm facing, I'm still going to choose my union. And if you genuinely keep choosing it, you're committed, you have faith, you have dedication, you will have your union. You don't have to wait till next lifetime, because that feels really bad. And so if you follow anybody, or you're associated with anybody, or you see any sidekicks that say this to you, like, don't listen to them. Do not follow that, because that's just giving into separation. That's just allowing separation consciousness into your reality and into your consciousness. So don't do that, right? It's not going to serve you. Just choose to say, like, no, I choose my union in this lifetime, and I will have it. And you will. Conversations with God is a really good book to get. Very good book to get. 1111 is like a twin flame number. It just, whenever I see 1111, I think of like my twin flame. I think of the twin flame journey. It's just a nice little reminder of like what's going on. So yeah, the inner work is very important. And if you don't know what to do with the inner work, basically, you're going to do the mirror exercise. The mirror exercise is the #1 tool that you use to heal separation in your life, right? Not just, you don't just use a mirror exercise with your twin flame. You can use it in every single area of your life. So your finances, on your job, with your twin flame, obviously. Like anything that's upsetting you in your life, you use that. That is what you do to heal all of your upsets. Any single thing. I promise it works. It does. And so if you don't know how to do the mirror exercise, I'll explain it, right? We'll go through the steps right now. So the first step of the mirror exercise is you identifying your upset. So for example, I'm upset with my twin flame because they're not communicating with me. Okay, so that's the first step. The second step is you're taking all the nouns and you're pointing it onto yourself, right? So it would be, I'm upset because I'm not communicating with myself. So boom, that's step 2. Okay, and then step 3 is you ask yourself, okay, is this true? It's always going to be true. It's always going to be true. So now that you have identified there's a part of you that's upset because I'm not communicating with them, now you're going to go find this part and within your consciousness, okay? And so what I do is I close my eyes and I imagine this part of me that I'm not communicating with myself, in front of me. And a lot of the times it's my inner child that I'm not communicating with. And so I'll see him there. And then that's how I know I found him. Okay. And so when you find this part of yourself, then you go on to step 4, which is loving yourself. So you're going up to this part of yourself and you're going to ask them, okay, what do you need right now to feel completely loved? And let them answer you, right? Because you're going to have a conversation. And they may say, I need you to give me attention. I need you to give me a hug. I need you to listen to me. I need you to be present with me when I'm sad. Whatever it is, give that to them, right? If they need a hug, imagine yourself giving them a really nice big hug. If they need your communication, you can say, okay, I choose to communicate with you when you're feeling sad or when you're needing attention, right? I choose to show up and be present for myself here. And so you keep loving them, you keep giving them what they want and what they're asking for until they feel completely peaceful. Until they're completely peaceful, they're completely loved. They may need ice cream. Sometimes my inner child just asks for ice cream, and then I like imagine myself giving them ice cream, and they love it, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so happy right now. Keep doing this. Like, there's nothing that you cannot give yourself in the mirror exercise. You can give yourself anything you desire. So do that until they're peaceful, and then when they're completely peaceful, they're not upset anymore, you can allow them to merge back with you. So like give them a big hug, have them merge back into your heart, and then boom, you've done the mirror exercise and you heal this part of you that felt separate from you, right? And so all your twin flame is doing when they're not communicating with you is they're just pointing to a place within you that you're not communicating with. And so your twin flame is actually just loving you and being like, hey, there's a part of you in your consciousness that needs some love right now. Go love them. And then you go, oh, yes, here it is, because I've identified it with the mirror exercise. And you can use the mirror exercise on like finances, for example. You can be like, I'm upset because I don't feel supported in my finances. I'm upset because I'm not supporting myself, right? Same thing. And if you do want to like go a lot deeper, here, let's do this. If you do want to go a lot deeper in the mirror exercise, you can buy this book. It's Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover by Jeff and Shalia. It's on Amazon. It has a whole chapter dedicated to the mirror exercise, and we'll walk you through the steps like very extensively on how to do it. And it also has a lot of other juicy things, like there's twin flames versus soulmates in this. There's how to tell a false twin flame from a true twin flame. The purpose of twin flames, what twin flames are. It has a little twin flame story in there. It has Jeff and Shalia's story and how they met. So it's very informative. And if you don't have the book, I highly recommend it. It's literally $17. You can also get it on audiobook or Kindle. And so if you can put gas in your car, you can obviously buy Twin Flames Universe book. And you get a lot more value from that than putting gas in your car. But hopefully that explains it and like the inner work and shadow work. And if you are also interested too on how to go like deeper with this work and what I just talked about, you can go to the link in our bio, click on the link and click on free introductory course and just download the free introductory course and it will show up in your email. Twin flames are telepathic. Yes, you have twin flame telepathy all the time because you're connected, like you're one consciousness. How to release suppressed emotions or anger. Just choose to feel them, right? Like you can use the mirror exercise with this too. And also if you aren't allowing yourself to release your emotions, maybe there's a part of you that thinks that like emotions are bad for you or you should suppress them. You should release them because it's bad. Or maybe you have a belief that our emotions are bad. Wherever these beliefs are, like be present with those beliefs and then just love yourself there. Allow yourself to be like, it's okay. You're safe to feel your emotions. You're safe to have emotions. It's not bad to feel your emotions, or bad things aren't going to happen if you experience emotions, right? And so when you do that and you like allow yourself to kind of open up more, then you will be able to release these suppressed emotions. But it really starts first with just being present with yourself, just choosing to allow yourself to be present. And then when you do that, you know, everything else just comes naturally. And if you have a hard time at being present with yourself, do guided meditations, like where someone's speaking to you. And then when you get really good at that, then just start doing meditations without the sound and just music. And then that will help you be present with yourself too and your emotions. And then when you get really good at that, start doing the mirror exercise and incorporating that, because that's going to serve you too. Is it important to meet in person? You don't have to meet your twin flame in person to like be with them or to know them. Eventually you will. Right. But if you are just working through some distance things, that's okay too. There's actually a lot of twin flames in this group that were long distance, but they're together now and they're living together. So it's just a testament that it doesn't matter where you're at on your journey or what your circumstance is in your union. If you truly do heal it and you truly choose your union, like anything can happen. Anything is possible. And anything is possible because the person that makes your union happen is God. Right. And so every time that you're choosing your union, you're basically giving God the okay to manifest your union more for you. I met my twin flame in 2017. Like, you don't have to reach out to your twin flame, but look into that nervousness, right? Why are you nervous to contact your twin flame? What are you afraid of? And then just be present with that fear. You want a union, then good. So if you want your union, then it's time to do the spiritual work, right? It's time to honor that choice and go into that, right? Start with this work. Like I said, if you don't have the free introductory course, it's literally free, so you don't have to buy anything. And just do that. Doesn't matter if your twin flame is married. Like it doesn't last. If you honestly do this work, like I say, like Jeff and Shalia say, there's nothing that can come between it, and the marriage will fall away. What if you have two people, the one you think is your true twin and mirroring, but the one you think is your false is really true? So like it doesn't, if you have two people, like just keep doing the inner work and your true twin flame will reveal themselves and your false twin flame will fall away. You don't have to like try to figure it out, you know? It's going to be really exhausting if you're going, is this my twin flame or is this my twin flame? Just be like, no, I release that. I release my twin flame and I allow my twin flame, my true twin flame to be revealed to me. And you just keep doing that. And the revealing process will happen. You just have to be patient. If your false twin flame is not going away, then set boundaries. And also heal through what is upsetting you about them, because they're probably still in your reality because there's something there for you to work through. So if you're afraid of potential rejection, then that's good. Now you've identified what you're afraid of, and so you can work through the rejection. Because if you're afraid of your twin flame rejecting you, then it's you choosing somewhere where you're like rejecting yourself. There's a part of you that you're rejecting. And so look into that, right? Look into where you are possibly rejecting yourself. It could be you're rejecting love. It could be you're not seeing something about yourself. There's a lot of things that you can identify when you're really just present with this part of you that is rejecting you. If your twin flame only wants a physical connection with you, then maybe it's time to just set some boundaries. It's not really normal to feel anxious talking to your twin flame because your twin flame is you. So why are you anxious? What are you afraid of? When you're anxious, it's just there's a fear there, and you just have to look into that. Yeah, and so if your twin flame is not talking to you and they're not communicating with you, that is a sign that you need to focus more on yourself. You need to start communicating for yourself and showing up for yourself. Because if you're not doing all these things for yourself, you can't expect your twin flame to do these things. If you're not talking to yourself, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not being present with yourself, if you're not giving yourself all the things that you desire from your twin flame, they will not do that, right? You can't expect your twin flame to love you if you don't love yourself, because they're not your source of love. And so they're always teaching you to go back to yourself and to like love yourself. You have to do that. Self-love is so important on this journey. And it's the only way that you will have your union. Because if you're not loving yourself and you're ignoring yourself, then that's what you'll just experience from your twin flame. So if you are experiencing that, and you are experiencing your twin flame not really talking to you, they're really just pointing you back to yourself. They're saying, hey, you need to focus on yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to make sure that you feel good and that you're happy and you're fulfilled. And when you are honestly all of these things, your twin flame will have no choice than to just naturally gravitate back into your life. Because when you feel good, your twin flame can feel that and they're attracted to that. And it's not to say that feeling bad is bad or that you should never feel bad. It's just, if you're feeling bad, be present with that and work through that and love yourself there so that you can feel good. But if you're just constantly always feeling bad, that's not really going to attract your twin flame, because they can sense that energy. Yeah, so if your twin flame says that they can't forgive you, then there's a part of you that's choosing to not forgive yourself. If you feel attraction towards another person, you're just seeing your twin flame in them. And it's okay to have that attraction, but also recognize that attraction is you just being attracted to whatever your twin flame is in that, right? Because you can see somebody and go, oh, I'm very attracted to them, right? But then you can also honor, oh, well, they're not my twin flame, so what do I see in them that's attracting me? And maybe you like this person's confidence, or maybe you like how they style their hair, or whatever it is. Oh, they styled their hair this way. Oh, I know why I like that, because my twin flame does that. You're just seeing your twin flame in everybody that you're attracted to. So it's okay to acknowledge that, but it's okay. It's also important to recognize that too. You're only building pressure on yourself, because if you're focusing on yourself and you're going, oh, I'm only doing this for my union, then yeah, it's going to feel bad. But if you're focusing on yourself and you're genuinely just enjoying it, and you're not trying to get something that's going to feel really good. It only feels bad if you have an expectation, or if you're waiting for your union. Don't wait for your union to come to you, right? You have to be happy right now. And yeah, I know that's so cliche. You're probably like, Drake, what do you mean just be happy? I can't be happy. I'm not with my twin flame. But it's really just that simple. It's about choosing to recognize that, okay, my union, I have my union right now. I'm not separate from my union. I'm not separate from my twin flame. Everything that I have in this moment is perfect for me. And all you're doing really is you're clearing separation every time you heal. You're clearing the belief of I'm separate from my twin flame every time you heal something, okay? And so if you're believing that loving yourself is hard, or you're putting pressure on yourself to get there, then you're automatically believing in the belief of, okay, I'm separate right now. And so work on seeing in this moment that you're not separate from your twin flame. You're not separate from love. You're not separate from source, from God, right? That's the real upset. Oh, I feel upset because I feel separated from God. That's every single upset that you're experiencing is that upset, right? If you're upset at your twin flame, you're actually upset at God, right? If you're upset at yourself, you're upset at God too. It's always one thing, but however you feel about your relationship with your twin flame or whatever you're experiencing is also a mirror of your relationship with God. And so if you are experiencing some things in your union that you're not liking, we'll go, okay, well, how do I actually feel about God right now? How do I feel about my relationship with God? And you can say source, universe, right? There's no labels or anything. I just say God because that's what I use. But you're like, how do I feel about my relationship? And just be genuine with it. And maybe you go, well, I feel disconnected from God, or I feel like I don't really have a relationship with God, or I feel like God's not communicating with me. And then you go, oh my God, this is how I feel about my twin flame. There you go. Now you know where that belief is coming from, where this is all stemming from. It's in your relationship with God. Your twin flame will always mirror back to you what you're feeling. And even if it takes a little time for that to show up in your reality, it will happen. Don't look at your twin flame and go, why are they not mirroring me? Why is this not happening with them? Because then you're just perpetuating it again. It's the same thing that I just talked about. If you're going, why is my union not happening? That's what you're going to experience. Why is my twin flame not mirroring this? Why is my twin flame not doing that? That's what you're experiencing. Stop, for everybody here, right? Stop focusing so much on your twin flame. Stop focusing on so much on your twin flame. Stop giving them so much of your attention. That attention should be focused on you. That attention should be focused on your life and bettering yourself and bettering your life, bettering the relationship with yourself and with God. But if you constantly keep putting attention on your twin flame, you're automatically seeing them as outside of yourself. You're automatically kind of pushing your union away because you're not seeing the real picture. It's not about your twin flame. It's not about getting them. It's not about being with them because you're already with them. Being with your twin flame is not going to heal anything that's inside of you right now. It's not going to make you happier. It's not going to make you richer. It's not going to make you feel better. But your twin flame will just amplify how you're feeling. So if you're feeling really, really shitty, really bad in your life, your twin flame being in your life is going to mirror that. They're going to reflect that. It's not going to be compassionate for your twin flame to be around you. So just take responsibility of that. Take responsibility of your union and recognize that there's things for you to just heal. There's things that you just need to love. And then when you recognize that, you'll have a lot better understanding of what your twin flame union actually is. Your twin flame union is you coming together with yourself, more of yourself, the other half of you. And not that you're split, but for me, it would be the feminine version of me, right? For somebody else, it would be the masculine version of them, And so you're just coming together as one. You're not coming together to love each other, and be each other's sources. No, you're coming together for a higher and bigger purpose. So inconsistency, to deal with inconsistency. Are you inconsistent in your life in any way, right? Are you inconsistent with your schedule? Are you inconsistent with your sleep, with your finances, in your relationship with God, in relationships in general? Are you inconsistent in loving yourself, right? There's all these things that your twin flame can mirror being inconsistent. Yeah, if you're thinking of your twin flame and you see them, that's pretty cool. It's like an alignment. Yeah, stop chasing your twin flame. Just focus on yourself. That's cool that you can feel your twin flame's energy. It's actually really normal to feel your twin flame's energy. Twin flames can be in your life when you are healing, but a lot of the time that's not compassionate because you'll get triggered. You know what I mean? It's not I'm not saying that your twin flame can't be in your life because my twin flame is in my life, and I'm still healing. But it's about what's perfect for you. But it's just if you're seeing your twin flame as your source and you're trying to get something from them and you're healing, it's not compassionate for your twin flame to be around you because then they're not actually teaching you. You know what I mean? Everybody has a twin flame, yes. Yeah, as soon as you're unattached to your twin flame, they feel that and they're like, oh, yep, let me come over there now. Do you recommend celibacy during separation? I don't know if you're saying to not have sex with other people. I wouldn't recommend having sex with other people. It's not a fun thing. But with yourself, go ahead. But it's not going to really benefit you if you're having sex with other people. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But if you're talking about just with yourself, you could do it. Yeah, it's good. Every time you do that, you're connecting with your twin flame. And so self-love in that way is really good because you're giving yourself that connection and that love. Yeah, I wouldn't date other people either. It's not really gonna serve a reunion. When does the runner turn into the chaser? So the runner chaser thing is not actually a thing. Like it's not actually a real thing. Don't listen to that. Right? So if you experience your twin flame running from you, okay, it's because you're running from yourself. You are chasing them. You're chasing them. You're going outside of yourself. And so, of course, they're going to be running because they're mirroring you running from yourself. Okay? And so, if you find yourself running, your twin flame is chasing you, it's the same thing. You're just running from yourself. So, release the runner-chaser thing because it doesn't serve you. Like, thinking about that and going, oh, when is my twin flame going to chase me? Like, don't think about that. Just focus on yourself. Focus on not running from yourself. And you'll find that your twin flame doesn't run from you. But they're only just mirroring that simple thing. Oh, I'm not paying attention to myself, so my twin flame's gonna run from me. Right? And if you're chasing them too, like that's a repelling energy that repels your twin flame. So of course they're going to run away. They're gonna be like, no, I don't want this. Bye. I'm leaving. Because they like neediness and codependency is not, there's no leave for that in your union. Just focus on loving yourself. Focus on having a deep, meaningful connection with yourself. And your twin flame will chase you. And get close to God, too. Like, the more closer you are to God, the more you will find your twin flame closer to you. So, ask yourself right now, like, how can you get closer to God? You know, are you being guided toward your life purpose? Are you being guided to taking care of yourself more? There's all these things where you can get closer with God. And so, it's about what you feel is perfect for your life right now. But life purpose is also a big thing for a twin flame. So if you're not really sure about your life purpose yet, maybe it's time to start exploring that because you do your life purpose with your twin flame. And also like, just release control. Don't try to control yourself or your twin flame or your union. You know, don't try to stifle yourself or, you know, go against yourself. That's not fun either. Your twin flame is never stuck with anybody. Your twin flame can't be stuck with a karmic. It's just a simple choice. Just a simple choice. So like, where are you holding on to like this karmic? Where are you giving the karmic that energy? Coughing a lot. I mean, it sounds like you're just healing throat chakra issues. It's good to heal throat chakra issues because like, yeah, you are healing communication and speaking your truth. If you have lower back problems, it's support issues. I have lower back issues too. And if your heart chakra is blocked, then do more heart healing. Again, like do the mirror exercise. The mirror exercise will help your heart chakra heal. But yeah, so I feel like this live is coming to a close. I feel like we've talked what we need to talk about. But what I'm going to do for everybody here is just pull a little card for all of us. Give us a little card and go deeply into that. And let's see what the card has for us to end with today. Ooh, good. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Surrender your ego. Yeah, you have to surrender your ego on this journey. Your ego cannot stay with you if you are on the twin flame journey. All right, so like I said, guys, please, if you don't have the book, don't have this book, get it, okay? Amazon, Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover. Get the book. If you haven't downloaded the free introductory course, download that. It's free. It helps you. Okay, come join our Facebook group and receive support. Right, you're not alone in this. You can have a reunion if you genuinely choose it. Okay. All right. Thank you guys again. I will see you next Monday and have a blessed week. Okay. Bye.